Hi, this is Dr. Bailey. Let's check out the patient we previously released in the chart program. That video was entitled Adding Incident. Now we're in the front desk program, and under Patient Filter, let's select Released Patients. Click on or highlight the name. Click the green icon or green button, and you'll see the charges appear. It's time to update the patient's insurance form. Let's click the P1 button and click OK. And let's click the Update button and select the doctor, the insurance company, and we're going to put the copay in here to remind us from visit to visit what the patient's copay is. We need to add the insurer's ID number. Let's just make one up real quick, and you'll notice the patient's relationship to insured is self. So to replicate this information over here, let's just click the self checkbox and scroll down, and you'll notice the charges appear below. Let's deviate and show something that we need to add. So let's go back. We forgot to add the new patient charge. It's down here, and let's double click on that. We need to add the modifier for that. So we'll need to click, make sure you highlight the procedure, click the M1 label, and select the appropriate modifier. Now, to deviate again, if you were in the chart program, and you can add the new patient charge to that procedure pull down, it would automatically put the modifier in here for you. But I think it's important to know how to add that later. We also need to add DX pointers. And they're right up here, so let's go ahead and add those. Let's hit the delete button to make sure we have the space 1, 2, 3, and 4. Click the post button. And let's go back and look at the 1500 form. Click the update again, and you'll notice that it appears down here. Now, there's one more important thing to show you. Let's select under supplies some supplementation. But this time we're going to leave the DX pointer off. Let's go back to the 1500 form, click the update, scroll down, and you'll see that it doesn't appear. And we don't want to bill this to the insurance company. So if you've got procedures you don't want to bill, just make sure they have no diagnostic pointers on them. It's time to now print or batch the 1500 form. Let's go ahead and do that. And close the form. And now the final checkout is to click the green button. This will post our charges to accounting automatically. And let's look at that now. Under accounting, under patient, we'll go to accounts. And you'll see those charges appear here. We need to activate these buttons, and to do so, just anywhere in here, double click. Let's make a patient payment. Pull down for patient payment. The type of payment is cash, and the amount is $30. And click the post button, and that's it. While we're still on this form, let's look at some other accounting functions. For memo, we could add the patient's deductible. Let's put the date. Patient deductible is $500. And we could filter charge. Let's use another patient that has more charges. Hit the refresh button to bring the master list back up. Let's go to this patient and look at her accounting record. You'll see there's much more to look at. This is open item accounting. So if we want to make a payment in any one of these areas, double click the date, and it'll only show us the charges for that particular date and her current balance. We need to, you'll notice here she had a deductible of $500 that was on 8/4. And let's refresh with this particular button, and we'll bring up all the charges, and we'll see the total charge is, or total balance rather, is $471. And we can filter from date to date. We could filter what the patient has paid so far. Let's do that under patient payments, and it'll show us that she's made only 2 payments. Hit the refresh button, And let's go back to the original patient, Mr. Faulkner, and let's go to his account. And let's say that we have an insurance check. Double click inside, and let's use the 3P button. This will be for an insurance payment. It's usually a check. Let's enter a reference number, and let's say the amount was $121. Click post, and you'll see he has a balance of $51 after the insurance payment. So you could at this point click the bill button, and we could bill that balance to the patient. Okay, let's look at some of the patient filters. Here we have one for inactive patients. This will scope the patients who have not been in your office for 7 to 14 days, 15 to 30, 30 to 60, and over 60. Let's click this one, and you'll see the patients in red need to be called or reactivated. And you can do this right here on the screen and give a reason why the patient won't be coming back. And we can also, under the System menu, print this list or any other list that we generate in this grid. So let's refresh the patients again, and let's look at the checkout log. This is going to tell us, click this icon button and double click, and this is going to tell us for this particular date, October the 14th, that we have checked out one patient. And let's, under insurance, look at the batch claim log and click this, double click the date you're interested in, and again you see Mr. Faulkner's insurance is waiting to be uploaded with other claims that will add up in this particular grid. Okay, let's click on the System menu and look at Reports and Statements. Here is where we can generate the outstanding balances. It defaults to 60 days past due. We could select any one we prefer and print that. Let's say one word about the printer. Your printer should be set on fast or economical printing. This will not only be much faster, but save an enormous amount of ink, and they look quite well. Let's go to the billing run, and we can print the continue a previous billing run that we may have started, but we're going to answer no to that and just go to service reports. These are the reports give us more detailed statistics. At the end of each day, we can set this from, it automatically is defaulted for the current date. But if we wanted to reset the filter, we could come in here and say from the 1st of October until the 31st of October, we could print that report, and it would give us such things as statistics, what we're doing in business, collections, adjustments, and so forth. And let's close that out. And let's go back to patients, and you'll notice that it has secondary plan and primary plan. This is where your assistant could actually update the form right here, but you'll notice there are no charges here, and they won't appear until you get to the checkout form. So the insurance form could be updated here. And pretty much if it's the patient's insurance, the only thing you're going to need to add is the ID number, and everything else is pretty much automated. Let's close that out. And that's true for the secondary plan. And we have claim correction. If for some reason you need to post the patient's charges to accounting, you can always come back to the claim correction, and we'll do that now. See this icon or button right here, click on it, and let's double click the date, and it says no patient found because we need to be on Mr. Faulkner's name. So let's go back, claim correction, and now click this button, and there's the date we're interested in. Double click, and you see his charges come back up. So if we needed to file his insurance at a later date, this could be done.